In a world dominated by heavy, over-engineered performance cars, one brand went the opposite direction. Meet the Alpine A110, a featherlight mid-engine sports car that proves that less is more. No hybrid systems, no oversized screens, just pure driving joy straight from the French Alps. I was just joking around. My name is Micah. Welcome to RevLife. Today we're talking about the Alpine A110, and I'm super excited. Now, to understand the modern A110, we're gonna go back in time, back to the 60s. The original Alpine A110 launched in 1963. It was a rally-bred rear-engine rocket that dominated European stages and won the very first World Rally Championship back in 1973. Fast forward over 40 years, and now Alpine, under the control of Renault, finally returns with a modern version of this amazing car. First revealed at the 2017 Geneva Auto Show, the new A110 came out with one purpose: to recreate that vintage magic in a modern body. When this car came out, it was a lightweight beast, and that's what let it beat so many other cars at the time. So, if they could recapture that magic, they could be sitting on a gold mine. Under the hood, well, technically behind your back, sits a 1.8-liter turbocharged inline-4. It's the same engine you're gonna find a lot of Renault's sports cars, but it's been tuned to make about 252 horsepower and 236 foot-pound of torque. It's then paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission and sends the power to the rear wheels only. It's got a 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds and a top speed of about 155. Not supercar numbers, admittedly, but remember, this thing is light. It's lighter than a Miata. And while those numbers are actually kind of impressive, the magic is really in the chassis. You see, it's built on a bonded aluminum monocoque and uses a double wishbone suspension front and rear. There's no adaptive dampeners, no trick all-wheel drive system, just honest, old-school handling. And thanks to a mid-engine layout, it comes with a near-perfect weight distribution, making it so that the A110 dances through the corners with balance and precision. It's not just fun, it's literally alive, and this thing was made for mountain passes. Over the years, Alpine has introduced multiple different versions of the A110. The base pure model keeps it simple and light. The Legend adds comfort and a little bit more luxury. Then there's the A110 S with 292 horsepower, stiffer suspension, and a sharper edge. And that sounds awesome, but there's a even more wild version. This thing's called the Alpine A110 R Ultime. A limited run of just about 110 units. This thing bumps the horsepower up to 345. It comes with carbon body panels, an upgraded suspension, and a 0 to 60 time in just 3.8 seconds. It's the most extreme A110 ever built, and honestly, likely the last. Design-wise, the A110 is clean, compact, and unmistakably Alpine. It borrows heavily from the original, including things like rounded headlights, short overhangs, and those short rear haunches. Inside, it's minimal, but premium. Lightweight sable bucket seats, digital gauges, and just enough creature comforts. No massive screens, no gimmicks, just the essentials. Even the steering wheel is a perfect example of restraint. No haptic buttons, no touchpads, just a wheel and 2 paddles, finally. So where does the A110 sit today in today's market? Well, it's priced about 60 to 80K in Europe, depending on the trim. That puts it up against cars like the Porsche Cayman, Audi TT RS, and even the Lotus Emira. But here's the thing, none of those cars feel this light. None feel as agile. The A110 is in a class of its own when it comes to simplicity and fun. Now, here's the bad news. It wasn't sold in the US. The main reason for this is the crash regulations and, honestly, market demand. But if you're lucky enough to live in Europe, Japan, anywhere over there, you've got access to one of the purest supercars ever created. The Alpine A110 is proof that you don't need 600 horsepower to have fun. With its featherweight build, sharp handling, and timeless design, it brings back something a lot of modern sports cars have lost: character. It's not perfect, it's not practical, but it's one of the most driver-focused cars money can buy right now. And in today's world, oh boy, is that rare. So what do you think? Would you take an A110 over a Cayman or a Mira, or maybe even an Alfa Romeo 4C? Go watch that video. Or are you holding out for something with a manual? Let me know down below. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Like, subscribe, and comment what your thoughts are down below, what you want to see me do next. And thanks for watching. Without further ado, I'll see you guys next one. Drive safe. Peace.